What up guys, we're back with another video. So today I'm gonna do ball joints, upper ball joints on both of the cars and lower, but I already did lower on one side, so I'm gonna do it on the other side as well. So we're just gonna do a little prep for the track. We're going to track on Sunday. Today's Wednesday, so I hope we get all this shit together and get it done. Let's get it. Alright, so we took the wheel off. I got Kai helping me right here. Sure. We did the other side. The other side was a pain in the butt.
It took us 2 days.
Yeah. So we'll see how long this would take us. So first we're gonna take off the 2 bolts that are holding the brake caliper, so we can take off the rotor, and then we're gonna take out the whole knuckle, press out and take off the lower ball joint, which is right there, and then press this out, press the new one in, put on the boot, put the lower ball joint on, start onto the rack and pinion. But I think that would be another video. Not too sure if I'm gonna put it in this one. So we're gonna do these two bolts that are holding on the caliper, and they're size 14. Alright, these are just 14s that are holding up the caliper. And I'm just gonna place it right here after I unbolt it.
I was like, can I get Chick-fil-A? She's like, what do you want? And then she's ordering from that. That's why I said my mom's name.
Because she gets points.
Yeah. She's all about that shit.
I was gonna start doing that, but I'm like, I'm gonna go on a diet. But I never did. Now we're just gonna
Upper and lower ball.
Yeah, and then take these little, I forgot what these shits are called, cotter pins or something like that. Take those out, and then I'm gonna remove this end link over here
To release tension.
And then take off the shock right here, and then take this bolt out. There's a bolt down there, you probably can't see it, but take that out, and then we're gonna start pressing this out.
Yep.
And might as well, we're gonna do the outer tie rod as well. Push everything out, take off the knuckle, continue with the ball joints, and leave bolt out, you know.
This strut bolt. Oh, you actually lie.
I just F the thread, you know.
Yeah. Cause why not?
Cause why not? And then this one. Pull it. Cause look at the threads on that one. So last time I put it on, they're like all flat right there. Yeah. And then the ball joint one.
It's a long nut rather.
Yes, sir. After that, well, we're not gonna take off this ball joint anymore because I already replaced it like not that long ago. So there's no point of taking it all off. So I'm just gonna pull out the ball joint so I could get some space to press out the upper ball joint. But yeah, we gotta do the nut was the bolt from the inside that's holding down the lower ball joint, and after that we're gonna move on to the outer tie rod so we could take off the knuckle as well, and then get clearance to get this nut off, the castle nut on for the upper ball joint, and then that's where we're gonna start pressing it out. But right now we're just gonna do that bolt right there that's holding on the lower ball joint. But we gotta take off the strut bolt right here because we could get some space, push down the lower control arm. That's why we took off the end link over here as well, so we could get more flexibility for the lower control arm. All right, so we're gonna do the lower ball joint. Well, not the lower ball joint, I mean the outer tie rod. We're gonna use this press. We're gonna replace it anyway, so it doesn't matter if it damages or anything like that. But let's do a little bit of love taps right there, so you guys can see it. And then get geared. Go.
There you go.
Woo! A little scary. Now we're gonna do this nut right here, the 17. So now I just gotta do this, and hopefully it should just slide out. There it goes.
Oh,
There it goes. And now we're gonna
more angle.
way more. So
That's the nut loose.
get this off. Boom.
Castle nut off. Now me.
This should
Take
come
the
off.
outer below.
Oh shoot! I gotta tap it off. So I saw on YouTube you just tap this off and like that.
Just a couple taps.
Yeah.
So got the knuckle off. Now we need the press, which is right in this box. This is what a ball joint press looks like.
We rented it out from O'Reilly's. Alright, so there's a little cup. We're gonna be pressing the ball joint up. So we got a little cup right here with this little adapter just for space. A little spacer right here. And just gonna put it like that. And then I have this socket touching up. Well, I ripped off the boot so I could see exactly where the ball joint's at. Look at this ball joint's not good no more. It's not that bad, but I've seen worse, but that's pretty good.
It still catches itself a
Yeah.
little bit.
And yeah, I want to see where the rim's at right here of the ball joint. So I just got this socket that I had laying around. Fits perfectly around it. Like this, and it just touches up against that little what's it called, let's say, wall of the freaking ball joint. So we're just gonna be pressing it up like this until it pops out into this little
Receiving tube.
yeah, so the little receiving tube. All right, I'm just gonna start pressing it out. It's a little crooked, so let's see if it works. There it goes.
Ball joint shit now. There it is. Right out of here. Connected to the upper control arm.
So I'm gonna show you the difference between this old one, this is a new one. You know how this one moves. It's not good compared to this one.
Does not move.
This one you have to forcefully move it, and it still moves a little bit, but then this one just wiggles. And also a good thing about this one has a grease fitting, so you could just throw out all this old grease that just gets gunked up and collects all this dirt. Just push it out with the new one. So yeah, we're just gonna clean the surface area right here and just do the same thing we did with this one, but just opposite. Yeah, we're just gonna press it back in, but first I'm gonna just clean the surface area right here, so if there's any dirt, it just won't score the inside and not make a tight seal. But so yeah, I'll just clean it right now. Our goal is to press that in into there. So we're gonna use the one that we use on top. It's just everything's just gonna be reversed. We're just gonna press this in nice and smoothly, like we were supposed to on the other side.
We don't talk about that. This ball joint press.
Hold that. Sure, this is not contacting any kind of way onto the ball joint from the bottom, because we're gonna make it fall in here as well.
Yes, into the receiving tube.
And hopefully everything comes out good.
It's going in. It's going in there. Ball joint has been pressed. And that right there, that's how you put a ball joint in.
Everything looks good.
Ball joint is in.
Alright, so this is the boot for the ball joint. I recommend putting in the boot before you put anything on, because it's just a boot and you might think it's just a boot, but no, this is what took us the longest for everything. legit, this took us a couple of hours just trying to put this on, because we put on the knuckle, everything like that, and we were trying to put it on, but I believe you're supposed to press it in. Just like as you press in the ball joint, press this in as well. So if you want to press this in, you just find something that fits around this metal ring, because there's a metal ring right here inside the ball joint, and you just want to find something that goes around it perfectly. Nothing that will pinch it, because if you pinch it, then it rips the boot. The other boot is ripped. Luckily this one isn't, but we found this socket 1 1/2 that fits perfectly in, and only touches the outer ring. So you just want to line this up perfectly. Sometimes I'll just put some grease on this. I would put some grease on this and on this at the same thing. But before we do that, we have to put on a snap ring that goes right here. You could barely see it. Oh, let's see. There's this little groove right there, and you put in a snap ring that came with the bullet joint, just to make sure everything's okay. And yeah, we'll get back to it when we put that snap ring on. I almost forgot, but good thing I did. So we put on the snap ring. I told Kyle to help me out with this. So we just put the snap ring on there, and then I pressed up against it, and he just opened it with both of his hands. It's pretty simple and easy when you have 2 people. But now we're just gonna put the ball joint boot, put a little grease right there, put a little grease onto the ball joint. Just go right here, press it up. You think you would be able to press it up with your hands, but you can't.
We tried for 4 hours. It's not gonna happen.
It's like 4 different people have tried it.
Yeah.
So that's how I know you just can't. So we got the ball joint boot on. We just pressed it in with the big socket. It takes a couple tries, trust me, don't get stressed. We get stressed, but we got it done. That's the most important thing. And now let's draw on the knuckle. Put everything back. You should be good.
Driving. Not sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Oh, the castle nuts.
So we're gonna torque this down. Just gonna torque it down to 50.
50 foot-pounds.
Alright, we're good. Alright guys, so we put everything back together. We torque everything down to torque spec. We just need the end link, and that's it. Pretty much it, but we got the upper ball joint, lower ball joint is just still chilling there right now. But it has no grease fitting, so didn't get to grease that up. And we had a grease to the upper ball joint. That's why it looks all thicky, all thick and cute, ready to get beat on. But on this side, let's bring the light over here. This side, like I said, I just need to do the freaking end link. And we're just gonna swap the rack and pinion. So I decided not to put the outer tie rod onto the knuckle yet. We're gonna swap the rack and pinion in a bit with new tie rods, everything like that. So I'm probably just gonna throw the rotor on, or probably just gonna leave it on like this for a bit until I swap out everything, and then put the new outer tie rods inside and everything like that. But